This episode of the Savage Snowflake podcast is brought to you by Boundless Technology. Boundless Technology strives to advance in the cannabis industry by creating innovative products with portability and stealth in mind. Aiming to deliver an affordable, efficient and straightforward experience for the consumer, Boundless offers an alternative to the traditional joint or water pipe. Enjoy the taste, smells and effects of cannabis at lower vaporization temperatures with Boundless Technology products. Use coupon code SAVAGE for 10% off all Boundless Technology products at bndlstech.com. Follow Boundless on all social media at bndlstech. And if you want to show your support for the podcast, head to patreon.com/Savage Snowflake to donate as little as $1 a month. All right, savages, let's get to it. Savage. Hey, what's going on, savages? Welcome to another episode of the Savage Snowflake podcast with me, your boy, your dad, your friend, your lover, your sister. I'm a bitch, I'm a mother, I'm a sinner, I'm a saint, I'm everything you ain't, and I'm definitely some of the things you probably think I am. It's Jeff Leach. Joining me today, a wonderful comedian and actress who I became friends with maybe a year and a half, 2 years ago, maybe on the scene.
I think 2 years ago.
And we've hung out a total of 3 times in our entire friendship. So I thought, well, I can use this podcast as an excuse to actually hang out with her. It's Miss Jenny Zigrino.
Hello.
Jenny Zigrino, how are you?
I'm good. Look, we're both on the road all the time.
Go ahead. Make my night.
Yeah.
Pussy.
Oh, I like this one.
I like your badges, your
This
flair.
is a cat licking its butthole.
Okay, nice.
Which is always good. This is just some old one. And then I like this one.
Is this a pussy riot? Is that a pussy riot?
No, this is the button from Maya Rudolph's Prince cover band. Princess.
Maya Rudolph has a Prince cover band.
Yes, you've never heard of them? Oh my God, I've seen them 4 times.
Wow.
In concert.
I mean, first of all, I know that she's an incredibly talented woman in lots of different areas.
Yeah.
I have heard her sing in, I think she's sung in a couple of movies she's been in, right? And I've
She's
been
a
like,
great singer.
oh, I wonder if that's really her or if that's just a...
So she's this Prince cover band, and it's mostly like early Prince, like Controversy.
Okay.
Era Prince. And they do like a couple of the older ones, but it's mostly just that, and it's just like...
And it's called Pussy.
No, they're called Princess.
Princess.
But that's just one of their things. It says Pussy.
One awesome fucking sideline. She's
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm in hit TV shows and films, doing all the good things. And also, I dress up. Does she dress up as Prince?
They do like, Prince-inspired outfits, like a purple dress.
Cop out.
What? Should they dress exactly like
Yeah,
them?
I want to see her with a little fucking moustache drawn on. And like the big flamboyant lacy
the little
trims.
lacy frills?
Yeah, frills and like just fucking loads of rings.
I bet she does in her
Shirt
private
open.
life.
I want her to cut off her breasts so she
Okay,
can
all
have
right, okay.
a flat boy chest like Prince had.
What about prosthetics? Okay, have you seen there's this drag queen?
I mean, for the penis, a
James
prosthetic
Madison,
would be useful, right?
Or is it James Madison? No, James Madison. James Madison is a president. James Mansfield.
What about James Mansfield?
It's James Mansfield. It's a drag queen.
Okay.
And they actually have like a full silicone tit chest.
Oh yeah.
That they wear.
Yeah, I've seen. There's a few drag queens with like
creepy.
full on.
It creeps me
boobies,
out.
and they'll have it sewn into the top of a dress or something.
Yes.
So and it'll be skin tone to match.
It's so weird.
I mean, but it makes it easy to come when
Or
they're
like a
sucking your dick,
necklace.
right? Because you go, I mean, it could be a bird. It could be a chick. Look, she's got boobs.
Is that specifically me when I'm sucking a dick?
We had a conversation about this the other day.
Suck, if I like you.
You don't care if you got breasts or not. You'll suck that dick.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I would like a dick to be present.
Yeah. Whereas I'm the opposite. I'd rather there not be a penis attached to the woman who's giving me fellatio.
Well, you're not living in 2018.
Yeah.
Okay?
I've
Go
never
back
been
to
on
2012.
holiday to fucking
okay?
Thailand either, which is, I guess,
Oh, can I tell you
the bigger issue.
a weird thing that happened today? Which was my friend and I went and had coffee, and this guy just came up to us. He was talking to my friend, and then he just randomly looked at me and goes, "Oh, I had PTSD at a massage I had yesterday," and I was like, "Oh,
what?
cool."
He looked at you and said, I had PTSD at a massage I had yesterday.
Yeah, and then I was like, "Oh, that's terrible." And he goes, "Yeah, it reminded me of the time I got HIV in Thailand." And I was like, "I've known you for 3 seconds."
Wow, that's a lot to share.
It's a lot to share, which, by the way, if you're trying for shock value, this is LA and Silver Lake.
Was he a gay
no
guy?
one gives
Was he a
a fuck.
gay chap?
Yeah, but who gives a fuck?
No, I just wondered, maybe he just thought,
No, but it's like-
hey, come on, this chick knows. Let me
I
tell
don't-
some. You got a pussy badge on. Go
I
ahead
was
and
not
make
wearing
my
this. I was in my
night.
gym clothes that I didn't get to go to the gym today.
You had your gym clothes.
I was in my gym clothes.
With the big badge that you have on that t-shirt that says, tell me about your AIDS problems.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's what it is. Did you have any kind of,
No,
I
I
don't know,
just was sitting,
LGBTQIA flair going
enjoying
on?
coffee, and he goes, "Do you want to buy my house?" And I was like, "No, I don't." And then he goes,
Sure he wasn't
"I
crazy?
have HIV." No, he was like a legit real person, which I'm like, that's fine, but don't try to
Crazy people
shock
are
me
real
with
people,
all this stuff.
Jenny.
Did I tell you I went on a date with a guy that had HIV?
No.
Yeah.
Was it the same guy?
No, it was a different guy. There
You're
are
like,
more than one.
I like how much you share. Let's go out.
No, this is important. Actually, I'm gonna get on a soapbox real
Okay.
quick. Let me get on a soapbox.
Tell me about
you savage snowflake.
Tell me about it.
Okay, so what are you googling right now?
I'm not googling anything. I don't know why that opened up. I was just going to take our mics
Google
down slightly,
HIV.
really quite loud.
So I went on this date with this person, and it's now a part of my set.
Okay.
It's a joke I have, but what I did
You've got
learn.
to get a good AIDS joke in.
Well,
Otherwise
no,
the set's not complete,
it's
really,
not
is it?
AIDS. It's an HIV joke. Okay.
Okay, all right.
So I didn't know this. Do you know what undetectable viral load is?
No, I don't. What's an undetectable
So
viral load?
an undetectable viral load is when someone's HIV status is so low from the medication that they actually can't transmit HIV anymore.
Okay.
So they can like have kids that won't have HIV in a
They
normal
got
regular life.
the weak IV.
Well, no, it's from medication. The weak IV.
Yeah, like there's like strong HIV where it's like, oh no, I got lesions and I'm
that's AIDS.
probably gonna
That's
die.
AIDS.
And then there's the weak one, which is like, oh, this sucks. You got to take some medication to keep this at
Yeah.
bay. And
Yeah, so it's called undetectable viral load, and then you can live till normal life, and then you can have kids
I like
and
how
a
you're
family.
describing like this is an entirely different race, and then
It is!
these people they can live.
Well, because the
He was like a
stigma
real
is so
person.
shitty. Okay. So I went on the date with the person, right? And
Yeah.
we're kind of like a trashy human.
Whoa, hang on.
What?
Backpedal for 1 second. How did you find out about that he had this hidden viral load HIV form before you went on the date? Were you
Yes.
open and honest? He said, hey, just to let you know up
Yeah,
front.
like we were having a really fun conversation. And I was like, I really like this person. Then they were like, hey, guess what? And then they showed it, and I was like,
Unidentified viral loads.
But then they sent all this stuff, like, here's some information about it. And I looked it up, and I did a lot of research. And then I was like, oh, okay.
It's like herpes. This is like people having herpes.
Pretty much.
I had a girl with
except a
genital
little
herpes
worse.
go like, hey, I have genital herpes.
Yeah.
And
Which also not a big deal.
sure, if you already have it, it's easy to keep at bay and you can take medication for it.
Yeah.
But guess what? I don't want to have to take medication every fucking week to keep this thing at bay. And she told me after we'd had sex.
Okay,
And I
that's
thought
a
that
little
was
shitty.
a little, that was a little, anyway, I went and got checked, obviously, and I was okay. So I was like,
Yeah.
thank fuck. But if I hadn't been, I would have been really angry.
If you hadn't gotten checked?
Yeah. And if I had gotten checked and found out I had it, I would have been very angry that she didn't tell me prior to us being intimate.
Well, you should be angry anyways. Because someone should always share that, no matter what.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you should. If you're pissed about it, I think you have every
But
right
the
to
hurt
be
would
pissed
have
about
been
it.
delineated somewhat or diluted somewhat by
Like,
the fact
what
that
you
I
think
didn't
that,
contract the
whatever.
thing.
Wait,
That's
but were
like
you
someone
covering?
going,
were you
hey,
covering it up?
I mean,
Okay, you know what? You don't know. Nope, you don't win this one.
there was a bit that
No.
there was some coverage, and then the coverage was gone.
And then the condom was just too small, and just my dick just broke out of it.
No. We pulled it off and fucking went ham.
Well, then you're a dummy.
Yeah, I know. But I'm a dummy without herpes, so you know.
No, he's a dummy. But okay, yeah, sure,
Yeah,
whatever.
you're right. I mean, it is a dumb thing. But then, are you going to really sit here and look me in the face and say that you've never done anything dumb sexually that you go, probably.
So many stupid things.
So what happened?
That's
on the date?
not one
you
of
go on
them.
the date with the guy.
Yeah, we were on a date, and then I thought we had an okay time, and then they ghosted on me.
He ghosted you.
Yeah, so then I wrote a joke about it.
You got ditched by fucking AIDS boy.
You know, I'm trying to be very like.
HI, see you later. Am I right? Come on.
That doesn't even work.
It's like HIV, HI, see you later.
Okay. No, I'm not going to give you that one. Hi C, that's a great drink.
HI, not V impressed with your company.
No, I'm still not giving you that one.
All right.
You could do like AIDS.
I'd love to see you again,
AIDS
but I
love to
can't.
see
I'd love to see you again, but I can't. Yeah.
AIDS got better things to do. That could be the one.
AIDS got better things to do than you.
Yeah.
There you go.
So yeah, they ghosted, and then I was like, well,
Did you ever follow up
Welcome
with a
to my
message
set.
like, yo, dude, I accepted the fucking HIV,
I
and you still ghosted me?
I think I just wasn't progressive enough. which is fine.
I like the
They
idea.
were
that-
also into feet, and I was like, I don't think I can.
Oh, he
do
was like
that.
a foot fetish guy.
Yeah,
There's a lot of those. You know, a lot of porn stars, apparently, porn actors,
their own feet stuff.
when they're trying to come at the end of a scene, they'll look at women's feet a lot. You'll see a lot of porn actors in porn. If you go on Pornhub right now and watch, I mean, don't do it right. Actually,
I just got
might make the
introduced
podcast even
to
more
a
fun.
weird
Go and
thing.
watch the Pornhub video.
No, I can't.
But if you watch, a lot of the guys will touch the woman's feet, the porn actress's feet, at the end of the scene. Like you'll see
that's
them.
so strange.
Yeah, you'll see them like differently touching the feet, holding the feet.
Does that take you out of it?
I mean, I'm not a porn actor. I don't know.
Yeah, but when you're
Are you asking me? Have I ever looked at a woman's feet to get off?
no, like when you're watching it and then like you see, it's like when you're watching them make the
No, because I'm
sausage.
tending not to study what the man's doing. It's just sometimes you have 2 or 3 self-loving sessions in a day, and you start to notice different shit. Like in the first route round,
Have
you're like,
you tried your
"Hey,
imagination?
Look at that girl's vagina. That's a great vagina. Look at those breasts bounce around. How beautiful. Oh, look at the way she sucks cock. Isn't that wonderful?" Second time around, you're going, "Is that a cat in the background crawling along? That's super weird."
Oh, I like that cat.
And the third
turning
one,
me
you're
on a
going,
little
"Hang
more."
on a second. I've seen this painting in a fucking front room before. This is the same set from Stepsister Gangbang's Father with Friends."
Oh, it's probably. Oh, do you know?
6.
Do you know that place in downtown that's just like a warehouse of all these different sets?
But for porn.
Well, you can rent them. So you can use them for whatever you want.
Have you rented a set down there?
I did a show where we rented some of the sets down there. Well, we rented the whole building, and they're
You
like,
reckon they
go
could?
find the sets.
Because some certain venues are very specific about what they rent
Oh, that
out
place
for
was
pornography.
disgusting.
Okay.
I was like, oh, definitely.
Definitely a lot of stains.
Oh, yeah.
on this
And it's
set.
like, they were like very 80s bedrooms. Like the bedroom sets were like very 1980s.
Yeah,
and I was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
oh.
I like how they wouldn't even
That's just
splash out a new
gross.
pair of bed sheets. They're like, nah, just keep that
No,
floral print.
None of those sheets were new.
Nana's wallpaper's still up on the fucking
Just
wall.
a little bit of cocaine inside. And you're like, is it cocaine or drywall? I don't know.
Who
Put
knows?
it in my nose.
It
Let's see
feels
what
good.
happens.
It's making me feel numb either way
I can't breathe. This
to
is
what's
great.
happening.
I learned yesterday. I learned about this, the dildos that also put an egg inside of you. Do you know about this?
Yeah, and it vibrates, and you can control it with a remote control, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's also like an alien. It's an alien.
And it has
dick.
a little long thing on the end.
Yeah.
All the girls on any of the cam sites, because I don't like cam sites. I'm not into
strange.
that. Yeah, it's a weird concept to me.
Yeah.
It's like strippers to me, throwing money at someone but not being able to fuck
Oh
them.
no,
I don't
I'm
see the
talking
point of that.
about dropping a gelatin egg in your vagina while you're
Well,
masturbating.
why? I mean, it's just like you're putting the thing that's going to stimulate your vagina. But all these girls on cam sites all have the little thing hanging out, the little whoop, so they can retrieve the egg. And
Yeah.
they all got those things inside. And it's like a homing beacon. It looks like
so weird.
looks like a radio antenna hanging out of their vaginas. It's like,
I
what are we
like
trying
that
to tune
this is
into?
the conversation we went into right off the bat.
Yeah, if you actually open up the girl's butthole a little bit, you can hear AM radio
yeah.
through, depending how
Is
you
it a
angle.
ham radio in there?
Yeah, there's just like a fucking pastor reading.
Yeah.
And Michael did say unto thee, chapter 4, verse 5, thou shalt... And you can hear
Yeah.
it coming out the butthole. Yeah. 'Cause
Can you
it
get
picks up.
music from Siberia in there?
Would you buy a sex toy that did something hilarious as well? Just as a bit of a
course.
lull, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they're missing out on the market.
But what kind of funny thing are we talking about?
AM radio coming out your pussy because of an antenna on the end of an egg. That's got
That
to
would
be
be
pretty
funny.
amusing,
But why
right?
AM?
Because
What
it's
if
funnier.
it's always
It's a
going to be
funnier
on
concept,
some
right?
Sean Hannity bullshit?
You can't have it FM. No one wants greatest hits. You don't want fucking Tekashi
I
69
would
and Nicki
so much
Minaj.
rather have greatest hits coming out than like angry, what is it, Michael Savage coming out of my
Oh my
vagina.
God, you could get podcasts coming out. This podcast coming out of a butt.
I would do that. I would do that.
Yeah.
I would have specifically this podcast.
If we
coming
can make
out
a
of my
request of
butthole.
all the listeners, exclusively, we're asking you to listen to this podcast
Out of a butthole.
out of a butthole. If you're not
Yeah.
doing it out of a butthole, you're not real savage.
Yeah, you're not a true fan.
You're not a true savage. Jenny, you've done some pretty impressive
done
stuff
great
with your
things.
career. Other than dating men with HIV, you've achieved
It was one
some...
date. It was one date.
That's okay. They're
And it was
people
at a,
too,
and it was
like
at
you
a
said.
vegan donut shop.
You went to a vegan donut shop.
Yeah, that was our date.
Wow. Should have been a little bit more.
It was a
He's a
very-
vegan. See, that I don't understand. If you're that uncareful that you've managed to contract HIV,
Yeah.
when do you suddenly start going, you know what, me,
My
not
body's
for
a
me.
temple.
It's like, or maybe that was the moment.
Yeah, the HIV was the moment where you're like,
like-
oh, maybe I should
I
stop
feel like I'm
eating
going to
meat.
cut down on the fucking meat. Because some of it,
I mean,
Also, I'm assuming he contracted it from a lady, right?
Him?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, he's bisexual, was he?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was like, I guess, again, fuck this guy, but he was mostly gay, I guess, is what he said. And then, so then I was like,
that should have been your first glaring...
Well, then I was like, so then why are you here? And then he's like, well, don't put me in a box. I'm like, no, I'm not, I'm
You're
all,
like, specifically, I came here to put you in my box.
Yeah, exactly.
And if you're a gay man, that's not going to happen.
Exactly. I was just like, I don't trust the idea that you can be all on one team for a while and then suddenly just be like, I'm going to go to the other side.
Yeah, I think if you've been fucking men for a long time, you're probably gay. But I feel like you can have a little fluidity. You can definitely have a little...
I think you can be fluid, but...
I'll kiss a man on the cheek. Will I put a finger in a butthole? No. But then there's another guy who go like, yeah, I've sucked a guy's dick. He sucked my dick, but I prefer to be with women.
Well, you're not a giver.
There's difference of... There's difference of spectrum. There's a sexual spectrum, right?
There is. I just... for my own selfishness, I was like, oh, I'm definitely not going to be able to give you everything that you want.
Sure.
So, and then what's the fear of like, if we did get serious and then you're like, well, this has been fun. I want a dick again.
You know what I mean?
I got to be like, oh, all right, well,
I've hit on so many lesbians and I have that same thing where you just go, it's not going to, they're doing this as like an experience.
Yeah.
Or a last ditch attempt to make mum and dad happy.
Oh, God.
And then they do
just
me.
like, put a baby in me.
No, I'm all right.
And then...
I'm okay. I'm going to stay clear of dick for the rest of my life, I think. It's a service. Jenny, we're doing a service, maybe.
We are?
Yeah, pushing
to the other
homosexuals to their spiritual and sexual homes.
Or they're just like, never again.
Yeah, but by convincing them that
you
they're
don't want
100% gay. Because
Trust
of how,
me, there's nothing good on this
we're
side.
a couch. How are we single?
Probably because of our inability to love ourselves.
Oh, it's too real for this time in the morning. It's 3 PM. The fact I said this time in the morning, it's 3 PM. That says a lot about where we're at, right?
Which I was supposed to have therapy today, and then I got my time wrong. So I'm a little like, when you get ready for therapy.
You said you were quite sad today before we started.
I was a little sad
because everyone's burning to death.
Yeah, our state's like burning down, and
the president's going, "That's your fault."
Exactly.
Even though these are forests and lands that are managed by them.
Yeah.
The federal lands.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, he's a dumb. He just is like anyone who didn't vote for him. He's like, fucking
just not a nice guy.
Now you're gonna die. Yeah, Houston, he was like, oh, let me throw paper towels at you.
Yeah.
And then Puerto Rico, he was like, nah.
Didn't he? Well, he threw some paper towels in Puerto Rico, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah, he threw some paper towels. That was kind of the lunacy.
I thought he threw them in Houston.
What the fuck are we gonna do? Like mop this shit up? Oh, he loves throwing a towel. He loves throwing a towel. The problem is that he doesn't know how to throw in the towel. That's the problem.
I mean, he's just he is I'm just going to say it. He is the devil. Like, the devil was supposed to come through the TV. That was like some weird revelation. And I think it's him.
I think that the devil, if we're going to use that kind of terminology, is prevalent in a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's just brought out by different behavior. So he's a conduit for satanic behavior or devilish behavior. And
devilish behavior.
Devilish sounds actually quite fun, isn't it?
Devilish is fun. Like,
He's such
devilish
a cad,
is like, ooh, we're gonna go to the carnival and sneak on the rides.
Yeah, someone's devilishly handsome. They're not devilishly retarded. Do you know what I mean? Oh, you've got to meet my brother. He's devilishly retarded.
Oh, no one ever says that.
He's devilishly white supremacist. You can't be devilishly white supremacist, can you? Come on.
It's devilish is like it's tempting.
Brian, he's devilishly white supremacist. He loves a good lynching. What a cad. What a cad. You can't describe it like that.
No, you can't. Well, devilishly is supposed to be like it's tempting and like, ooh.
Evil, just evil.
No, he's an evil dude.
Well, the world
is
burning down. Yeah, there's quite a lot of shit going on over here. I feel like nature is maybe we're getting attacked by God though, Jenny. Maybe we're being punished for our behavior by being so fucking,
PC and accepting.
I mean, I don't think I'm very
That's
PC.
what I feel like is coming out of Alabama.
PC culture away a little bit.
Yeah, but I feel like right now the middle of the country is like, yeah, California's burning down because they accepted the devil.
Yeah,
and they let gay people touch each other in public.
Do you reckon that's what it is? Because we could have a word with the gay community and say like, yo, just for the sake of,
can you just keep the touching down for
another year? Just keep it on the DL.
No.
Just do it in fucking bathrooms.
I think God is upset that gay people can't have cakes made for their wedding.
Do you believe in
So he
God?
was like, fuck it. Oh yeah, I do.
You do?
Yeah. I don't know if I believe in I don't like organized religion, and I feel like that anyone.
Yeah.
Okay, so I associate as a Jew, right? Very culturally, I'm Jewish.
Ah, that's the
Sorry.
word. I'm so sorry. That sucks for you.
What? Why?
I'm just joking. I love Jewish people. This is a comedy podcast.
It's all right. I know you've never met a Jew in your life. Welcome to Hollywood.
I've been to so many bar mitzvahs. You know how frustrating it was.
As an adult male?
As an adult male, I hang around outside synagogues,
Are
mostly
you
on
just
weekends.
fucking a bunch of single Jewish moms?
I just like having old ladies throw sweets at me from a height. That's what happens at a bar mitzvah. Did you do a bat mitzvah?
No.
I was so jealous of all my friends who did bar mitzvahs, and I went to a couple of bat mitzvahs, but bar mitzvahs more so. I went to about 6.
Wow.
And it was dope. Yeah, well, I had a lot of Jewish friends at school.
Yeah.
And these kids would get like fucking checks for thousands of pounds handed to them.
I never had that
I was
life.
so envious. I was like, I want to be Jewish.
I think this year, though, I'm going to have, for my 32nd birthday, I'm going to have a bat mitzvah.
Really?
I'm going to do it.
Like a late quinceañera.
Yeah.
If you're like a Latin girl or
Yeah,
Hispanic.
quinceañera?
Quinceañera.
Yeah.
Didn't Eric Andre have one at like age 34? He
think
threw
he
himself
did.
a quinceañera, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're going to have a
I'm thinking I'm gonna-
bat mitzvah.
Yeah. I'm going to read the Torah, and then I'm just going to be like, bring
gotta
me
do
my
the whole
checks,
thing.
everybody.
What's your Hebrew like?
Terrible. I don't speak it at all.
Oh my God. How are you going to do it?
I'm going to learn. Do you know
Okay.
that people learn things?
Yeah, but that's
Brain
a big
is
book
very
to learn.
elastic. You don't have to learn the entire Torah. You just learn
One
like a
part of
little
the text, isn't it?
Yeah, it'll be like a song. Yeah, whatever.
That's pretty much it.
That's all you know?
I mean, it's pretty good.
Was that for your
if
bar
you ask
mitzvah?
any Jewish listener of my podcast, they'll be sitting at home right now going,
What was it? What did you say?
That was not bad, not bad.
Yeah.
Because that's a very Jewish
Well, what
way to
was
respond,
it?
right?
What did you say? It could have been better. It could have been
Very
better.
Larry David, you know what I mean? It's very like, it was
Pretty good.
I
So
feel like when
pretty good.
You know, like old Jewish men do this thing with high pitched voice where they sound like a radiator letting off steam. You know, when you bleed your radiators and you go.
I don't know if it's just old Jewish men, but that is a really great impression of
It's
a
a
radiator.
really
I'm not
old-
gonna lie.
that's a
That
very-
took me to New York. You just took me back to
Yeah,
Crown Heights.
just you walk in and just old men sitting around going.
It's a very Jackie Mason.
Yeah.
Where like your shoulders just go into your neck.
Italian, Sicilians as well. They're pretty similar. My mate
I think
Vic, he
it's a
does that.
different-
Yeah,
but that was a different
It's lower.
register. It's more here.
yeah.
While the Jewish one is more.
Who's your
So
favorite?
I'm a Jew.
Who's your favorite old Jewish relative? Was there someone who was who taught you about Judaism when you were growing up?
No one.
You just had to find out on the
No,
streets,
yeah.
like most hardcore.
I went
Jews.
out on these streets and I was like, "What up, Talmud?
You were
Where
like-
you at? Where you at, Torah?
Were you at Torah?
No, I think I went to like a Jewish camp when I was a little kid.
Dope. What was that like?
It's very Jewish. It was in Israel.
Oh, you mean the birthright?
No, not birthright.
Okay.
I went to we were on a kibbutz and we sang Shabbat songs.
Oh,
it's very
that's
reform.
pretty cool.
It's very reform. But I don't know. I didn't really have a Jewish mentor in my life.
Don't they try and hook you up with when you go to Israel as an
Yeah.
American Jewish kid?
At
Don't
birthright,
they try
yeah.
and make you fucking fall madly in love with the hottest members of their,
Yeah.
you know,
and they
military
are. Have
and
you
stuff
been
like
to
that.
Israel?
Super hot. The girls are fucking
Oh
smoking.
the
you.
girls are I'm
Except
so
for the
mad at
sideburns.
all
Except for the
girls.
sideburns.
No, that's what's up. Every time I go get my eyebrows done, they're always like, "Do you wanna
do you want to take a little
care
bit
of
of moustache?
your mustache? Look at it."
It's not. You don't really have a mustache. You have they're very baby fine,
Yeah, they are
non-existent.
baby fine.
No, I mean they're not.
These
like,
are
some
baby
girls you can tell they have
fine.
some dark hair.
Yeah.
You don't have that.
It's just a little bit, but it's enough where they like to bring it up every
Really?
time. Yeah.
Why did you hold back on getting it done? What is it about it?
Getting
that you
my
love?
mustache
Yeah.
done?
Why do you love the mustache?
I just don't want to do it.
All right, that's fair.
Why? How's it gonna improve my quality of life?
I'm not telling you what to do with your body, lady.
What?
We're in a safe
Get
space.
outta here!
We're in a safe space here. Don't worry. This is okay.
You're not a savage snowflake. You're
I'm
more
a
like
savage
a
snowflake.
fucking shitty
Well, I am because I'm a
raindrop.
snowflake. That I want you to be. I want you to be able to live in your body however the fuck you want to live in it. But I'm savage the fact I can point out that you've got 5 o'clock shadow. Like that's okay. That's what the podcast is literally about.
I love
okay
your
to be a
5
bit of
o'clock
both.
shadow.
Little 5 o'clock shadow. You know, you
I
don't
will
have
feel
a.
as I'm getting older though, there is more hair cropping up. Like it gets
Where else
darker.
Where else do you get hair?
It's just like we were talking earlier.
Occasional
I
nipple.
got them nips.
Occasional.
I got
Every
them
girl gets a
nips
nipple hair.
Yeah, but they've been getting longer.
You know when I know when
They're
I'm
getting
in love with a
longer,
girl?
rougher.
Really? Coarser, curlier.
Of course, they're a little curlier. Yeah,
Starting to dreadlock
it's just
together.
pube hair. They're like we're tired of it down here. We want to see the sun, and they just showed up.
Freedom.
Yeah, pretty much.
I know when I'm in love with a girl because when I spot a random
You comb it.
little,
don't you?
I braid it. I lick it. I just suck it
slurp
off.
it up. Oh,
Yep.
gross.
No, I don't get weirded out. I don't get grossed out, and I go like, "Oh, baby, you got a little," and I'll get tweezers.
Yeah.
And boink.
But if you don't
Get it
love her,
for her.
you're like, what
If
the
I'm
fuck
not
are you?
really
Get
into
the
that
fuck
girl,
out of my bed,
and
you
I see, but
Goliath.
is this unfair?
What?
When I go on a
I'm gonna
date with a
say
girl, when I'm
yes.
first trying to impress people, you know, aesthetically, make them desire me, which
Yeah.
you would do on a date, I do, you know, I trim the beard up off the neck, make it look neat.
Yeah.
I make sure I haven't got any random hairs sticking out my nose. I pluck the nose hairs. I just make my shit look good. I trim the fucking, smooth the balls out and trim down the fucking, keep it neat, make it look nice, so that if a girl gets to see me naked, if that's what she wants to do, she's going to go, oh, this motherfucker's taking care of his shit. That's nice, you know? And I think that's okay to want that at the beginning. That's all right.
That is fine.
It's all just in our skin, just living. Just
It's
do
fine.
it. It's also
It's
okay,
fine.
but it's okay for people to go like, "Yo, I don't want to go on a second date because you got so much hair on your nips." Like it's just a little.
Yeah, but you know what though? Then you're discounting the whole person for like a little bit of nip hair, right?
You know
Like
what?
if I want to date with a guy who had really bad breath, but I really liked everything else about him, I'd just be like, before we make out, here's a Tic Tac, and then as I get in there and get on the love level, I'd be
disagree.
like, hey, really?
And I'll tell you why. Because if you notice something that is that glaringly wrong,
Yeah.
so someone having halitosis, if a guy goes on a date and he has terrible breath, that means he went out on this first date with you where he's trying to make that first impression.
Yeah.
And he either doesn't know his breath is that bad,
Yeah.
or he didn't give a fuck, or he doesn't care about taking care of it.
But what if he just doesn't know?
Then, you know what? Just go like, bro, your breath. Bro, your breath. Your breath, man. If you can get that shit on lockdown, you go get some of that fucking cortisol, whatever it is, swish that shit around.
Cortisol?
Whatever the fuck that stuff. There's
The stress hormone?
No, there's the shit for your throat, like to remove
Listerine?
bacteria. No, there's a more medicinal bacterial thing. It's called corsadrone or
Cologne.
something like that. No, it's called corsadrone or something like that.
It's like with the Victorian age when the women used to just
Yeah.
gargle what was it?
charcoal.
Charcoal,
Charcoal and
cologne,
cocaine.
and then was it arsenic?
Are you serious?
Yeah, a lot of the nice smelly stuff had like arsenic in it.
What?
Do you know about the arsenic green?
Do I know the arsenic grain?
Yeah, the arsenic green color.
Oh, green.
Yeah,
No, I
that
think you
killed
said
a bunch
grain.
of women.
No.
Okay, I love history. Can we just real quick talk
Yeah.
about this? So in the Victorian era, there was a color that was like this really pretty green, actually very similar to your thing there, and it was made with arsenic.
Okay.
And it was like all the rage. This color.
Everyone wanted a little arsenic
Everyone
green in their
wanted
life.
this green. So then they made women's dresses out of this green color. So then the women would sweat and they would die because the arsenic would bleed into their sweat glands. And it was killing people. So then they had wallpapers that were made of that color. And then in the UK, it's damp and wet. So it would get wet and then they would turn into a powder and then people would breathe it and they would die. And it was like this for years where people were just dying from this
So this
arsenic.
is proof that we thought we were so fucking clever, but
then,
we're really not.
So the only time it actually got banned was Queen Victoria painted a room in the castle that color. And then the ambassador, I think, to Hungary came and died in it. And then they were like, okay, we can't.
It's time for us to
can't
sort
do
out
this.
the old arsenic green.
Yeah. It's so cool. I love that shit.
How do you become a history buff? Is this just like you just find shit online, or do you actually actively listen to podcasts about history and stuff
I
like that?
do. I love history podcasts. I had a show on Comedy Central web series called Badass Bitches of History.
Okay,
That was all about like kind of women in
This is
history you
recent.
might not know. Yeah, came out this spring.
nice.
Yeah, so I just love it.
You've done a
I
few
just love
things.
it.
Were you on Girl Code as well?
Yeah. I was on Girl Code.
You've done quite a lot of stuff.
I did the Girl Code Snapchat.
You were also in a movie with fucking Billy Bob Thornton. You did that.
I was in Bad Santa 2.
Bad Santa 2, where you had anal sex.
Well, yes. First it started off as vaginal, and then it was implied anal.
Yeah. How was it taking
Which is how I
Mum
live
and
my
Dad
life.
to that premiere? I'm in a Hollywood movie. I'm in a big budget Hollywood movie with Billy Bob Thornton, Mum and Dad. This is going to be fucking exciting. They get there, and then it's like, and now's the anal scene.
Well, considering the first movie I did was 50 Shades of Black with Marlon Wayans, where I also had anal, I think they were prepared for it.
Do you ever start to worry you're getting typecast?
Yes!
She's got that.
I just had this callback for this movie that I really, really want, but the character is, again, like this kind of sexually free, like, does it all, life is a sexual buffet character,
It's
which I'm like...
you have a slutty smile.
I don't have a slutty
you do.
smile.
You really do. And, like, I'm sorry to be so fucking...
I just think it's inviting.
Yeah, it's
It's
adorable.
warm and inviting. So why is it slutty?
Because it doesn't... I've seen women smile where the smile is just like, oh, just I'm going to be safe and everything's... Whereas your smile is a bit like, it's because you do... You pout... When you smile, you have, like, a big, beautiful smile, but then you also, like, do, like, a... It's like a weird... Like, your lips do, like, a little... like a little... and it's like your mouth...
You?
No, more like your mouth is going, oh, I'm going to suck that dick. Like, it's just... It's the lips. It's not your fault. It's just the way your lips... Like,
what can I say? I have my mother's lips. What can I say?
But that it's a slutty smile. Sorry.
Thank you. Can I put that on my
like, very,
profile?
very, like body positive slut. But you know, she definitely just.
It's so funny. It's like don't make that face. It's so gross. I hope people are watching and can see how
you make
awful
a
it
great
looks.
female gender bended Joker.
Gender bender Joker.
Yeah, you know, like cosplayers, they dress up as characters from comic books or.
Oh, I look like you. I just look like you when I dress up like a guy.
What you do when you do the beard.
When I do the beard.
You did that character and you did look exactly like me. It was
I was Russell Brand and I did look like you.
Yeah, it was pretty upsetting for me.
What do you mean? You could have this slutty smile too.
Like guys will dress up as Harley Quinn, but they'll do like a male version of Harley Quinn or something.
Yeah.
Or they don't. They just dress up as a chick.
Yeah.
But, and girls will dress up as a male character, but then feminize it or, turn it into a more feminine thing. You would make a really good Joker. You could do a really good Joker with that.
Oh,
Smile and stuff,
okay.
All
right, like the actual Joker.
Yeah, like the Joker. Batman, Joker.
Yeah, no, I know. Oh, Stanley didn't do Batman. Stanley did Spider-Man. Rest in peace. Whatever. He's dead.
Yeah, he just died, didn't he?
Yeah, today.
You're excited about it.
No, I'm not excited. It's kind of a bummer.
It's super a bummer, but wasn't there like recently he got caught up in the Me Too a little bit? Someone said that he was a bit fucking handsy.
He's 95. What the fuck do people want?
I know. Do you know what I mean?
Sorry.
When he was a young man, it literally, fingering girls in cobblestone streets, that was the done thing.
I wish.
Good morning, madame. Good morning, sir. Could I lift your petticoat? Sir, you're such a devilish. You're so devilishly HIV-y.
Ooh, your hands are so cool, Mr. Lee.
So clothed, yes.
Ooh.
That's from all the
Warm
drawing
these
there,
up
darling.
in my flaps.
In my flips. You can't make something sound posh just by putting an accent on it. My flips.
Warm yourself by these corridors.
I'm going to cover you in my facies. What? You gonna shit on me? My facies, sir.
Just settle down. You'll enjoy it. I swear.
Let me cover you in my ejaculate.
Ooh, doesn't that feel good?
Warm, salty, delicious.
Gross.
Ejaculate.
But yeah, look. Oh, that's another thing we'll probably get into is my love of historical reenacting. Since we're talking about getting fingered on a cobblestone street, that is my dream.
The Stanley going, yeah. It was just like there was a bit of thing that kind of marred this beautiful legacy a little bit at the end.
Yeah, but they all suck. Do you know, like?
Well, then it turned out he didn't really do anything, though, didn't it?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's just like another thing. I'm like,
he's dead. Fuck him. I just feel like
he's dead.
He'll be fine. His $70 million estate, he'll be okay.
Forget his like incredible career, spreading positivity, making kids happy, trying to find the weakness in all of us and turn them into powers. Forget all of that. He's fucking dead. Who cares?
Yeah.
Jenny Zigrino,
Oh,
2018.
And he apparently diddled something, so whatever. No, they're all monsters. They're, like, it's just...
Who's they?
Just all the Hollywood world. This town is disgusting, and anyone who thinks differently is living in a fantasy land.
There's being disgusting or doing perverted shit, but then doing it consensually and not being... Like, I'm all about, like, fucking, I'll do a little... I'll put a cock in your bum. But,
Yeah.
you know, I'm going to ask you first.
Yeah, but are you also in a position of power where like...
Over certain people, maybe. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, if they're a fan, sure. Then you're in a
Do
position
you
of
have sex
power.
with your fans?
I mean, it depends how attractive they are.
Oh, God.
Am I going to lie
like-
to you and tell you that I've never slept with someone after
You're like,
a show?
oh, trust me,
No.
they're fans afterwards.
I used to sleep with fans, and I won't now. I won't, because I've met a couple of crazy people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm now like, no, don't need that. I'm very careful about anyone I'm intimate with now.
I think I've been tricked by a couple fans. Not just like sleeping together, like just going on dates.
There's crazy people in the world.
And then I'm like, oh, you're actually way more of a... why do you know so
You
many
knew
things?
so much. It's
about
because they
that
watched
I've
that
done?
fucking scene from Bad Santa on repeat about 6 times.
It is just on YouTube, isolated. You can't
That
just go
scene.
find it. Yes.
Do you get weird? I was actually going to ask you about fan fan
Oh,
content.
I mean, do you want me to get my Facebook and read you some things?
Fuck yes.
All right, can we pause this for a minute while I go?
No, just put it out. It's all right. We'll
Oh, I
just
don't
keep
have my
running through
phone.
them.
My
That's
phone's
all right.
in
Well,
my
I can-
purse.
I can talk for a second. You can grab it. I'll grab your purse.
Go grab my purse. Go be a gentleman.
But tell me what's happening on Facebook. You get-
I just get like really creepy messages from people being like, oh, I just saw you in Bad Santa 2. You're so fucking hot. Which is like, that stuff I'm like, it's fine. But
it's when they go, I just saw you get fucked in the ass on Bad Santa 2.
yeah, like, oh,
Baby,
I want
you
to do
give me
that to that ass.
fucking, yeah.
Oh, I would fuck that booty or whatever the fucking stupid stuff. So, okay, I
It's
deleted
not very
the
nice
Facebook.
to receive gross shit like that. What if someone hit you up and went, you know what, I just think you're really very beautiful and I know you're blah, 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 and you're quite sexy. I just saw the film and I thought you were really sexy and just wanted to say hi. Would that make you go like, it's still a bit weird?
It's not that weird. Also, I mean, look, are they attractive?
This is the point.
That's the point.
There we go. Thank you. And I'm glad you said it so I didn't have to. That's the fucking point. If someone fucking creepy and weird looking with like eyes looking in different directions and a fucking egg on his head hits you up and goes like, yo, what's up, Jenny? How you doing, baby? I just saw that ass get tapped in Bad Santa 2. Can I Billy Bob Thornton the shit out of your rectum? You're going to be like, nah, I'm good. But if fucking Zac Efron shirt off, you know, whatever.
It's like, I really think
He's
you're
like,
beautiful.
yo, babe, what's up? Just saw you in Bad Santa 2 and you're fucking sexy as hell. I'd love to take you out for a drink.
I just would rather them not say what they just saw because I know what they... Do you know what I mean? It's like,
better
oh, you
than
just
going,
saw
I
me
just
get
saw you through your
banged
bedroom
in the
window.
butt.
That's-
Like, just be like, hey, I think you're really funny and I'd like to take you out. I'm like, oh, fine. So here's this one. This is from some guy.
No, not some guy. Let's name and shame him.
No, don't want to name shame. Don't do it.
All right. But you should.
I know.
Also, it looks like this guy's
This
from
is like 2 years in
potentially
between.
from India.
Yes. Yes, he is.
This is like basically Sem Bobs. You know Sem Bobs? That
No.
song? Oh, we'll play it. I'll play it to you afterwards.
Okay, so this guy in 2016, December 30th, after the thing.
Oh, right. December 30th.
Yeah.
New year, new him. He's
I
getting it
know,
started.
right? Hey, how are you, sweetheart? What's up, my vagina girl? I want to talk dirty to you. Please don't sue me.
Yeah.
And then January 4th, 2017. Happy New Year, Jenny. June 3rd, 2017. Hi, babe. November 4th. Stop doing that motion. I could see it out of the
This
corner
is
of my
what
eye.
he was in when he was typing.
Ugh, so gross. Is that
What's up, babe? My vagina girl.
Is that the video?
My vagina girl.
Who calls you my vagina girl?
A fucking hero.
And then
that's
just
who. Someone
Will you be
with
my vagina
untold
girl?
confidence.
be my vagina girl. I got a lot of like this guy November 2nd. How are you available to chat? Saw the sex scene from Bad Santa 2 and it was awesome. And then again, are you available to chat?
I think people forget what the job of an actor is.
Yeah.
It's like you do
It's
realize
acting.
they didn't just go, hey, we got this scene where you have to play as girl.
Yeah.
And I went, you know what, could we add an anal bit in? Because I'm really a huge fan of that.
Yeah. It's just like it's
It's
ridiculous.
a comedy movie where the joke is that you're getting a little butt stuff in the fucking bathroom stalls.
Yeah.
And it's one very small part of the performance. That is
Yeah, I'm
weird.
in 13 scenes, everyone. I'm in it.
Oh, you're a big part of the movie.
There's a
not
lot
gonna
of like,
say, though,
are you available to chat?
I
Do
have
you wanna
100%
chat?
reached out to actresses after seeing them and stuff and thinking they're cute. But I don't go, yo, just watched you in The Walking Dead. Blah blah blah. I'll put like a message. Sometimes they respond, most often not. But I'll put like a message, like maybe even make it quite public and just go on Twitter and just go, if anyone's in any doubt about the brilliance of so-and-so's acting, God, I just watched the last episode of this and they really blew me away. Something like that, which is nice. It's a compliment about their ability.
Yeah.
I'm not going like, or if I do think they're attractive and I want to say hello, I might send a message like, hey, hi, I'm Jeff. How are you?
Has anything happened?
Sometimes, yeah. I've definitely hooked up with people that, yeah. Or if I've interviewed someone, if I've done an interview with them, and gone, hey, you're wonderful, we should hang out afterwards.
Yeah.
I did that with an actress from a big series out here at one of the Comic-Cons, at New York Comic-Con, and we ended up hanging out. We went on a few dates, got on like a house on fire, had an amazing time. I was really invested.
Wait, you got a house on fire?
We burnt down a house together. We
What?
got on like a house on fire. It's a saying. British saying.
It's a...
You don't have that in America?
It's a rough time to be saying something like that.
I got on like a forest fire. We got on like a couple of people diagnosed with HIV who were just trying to find love.
That's
and
better.
Anyway, yeah, and we hung out for a while, but she turned out to be a bit of a bitch.
Why would you say that about her?
Oh, because it was a really accurate description of what she was.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I mean, okay, what made her a bitch?
She was very self-absorbed. She played with my emotions.
She was an actress.
Yeah.
So she was a
but you're an actress. You're not a bitch, are you?
Who works in entertainment.
Are you a bitch?
I don't think I'm a bitch. I think...
Well, there you go. So it's not true of every person in our career.
Well, I think that my relationship issues stem from I have just very...
Low self-esteem. Me too.
Like everyone else, yeah. Which then turns into self-absorption that's not actually... It's not like self-absorption like I'm better than you and I don't want to be with you. It's I'm so flawed and like a mess you couldn't possibly want to be with me, so I'll just sabotage this for the both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is... It's just different.
Have you dated other actors or comics ever?
I dated one comic for a year when I first started.
How was that?
Terrible.
Yeah, it's not good, is it?
Yeah, he lied. Well, he would lie about us being together and then like wouldn't tell any of our friends. So I had to like, when he would have our mutual friends over and I was going to stay the night, I'd have to like wait outside.
That's really fucked up.
Yeah, but
I know a comedian who does that to a girl right now, and I'm friends with her.
Yeah.
And she tells me about like, oh, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, why?
It's so
why
fucked
are you fucking
up.
Because girls like dicks a lot of the time. They will run around after complete fucking assholes.
Because in liking dicks,
Yeah.
is that we think that we're the special ones that are going to change it, because that is the lie that's sold to us.
You're going to straighten that dick out.
Yeah, we can, it was curving, it was S-ing all over town, it was just moving and dooving, and we're just going to line it right up, and that never works.
Can't do it, nah.
It never works.
They're already douchebags. They're going to stay douchebags.
This is a thing that I've been trying to write about, is this idea of like that all these things that we hate as women, like the whole thing of like, oh, men are trash. I mean, not all men are trash, but most men are going to be trash because we let it happen.
What? No.
Yes, I totally think that like the whole concept of a fuck boy, we let that happen.
I'm not saying you don't let it happen. That's a different conversation. The concept that most men are trash is one that I can't get behind.
That most men are?
I think that for every scumbag that gets highlighted in press or in stories doing shitty things, there's 1,000 guys who don't act like a piece of shit. I have to hope that the majority of my gender are not fucking utter scumbags.
This is what I think. I think that most guys in general are going to be shitty until they're just not anymore.
You got brothers?
Yes.
Cousins, male cousins, uncles, dads.
And they've told me shitty, horrible things that they've done.
But is that about being a man, or is that human nature? Women have done plenty of fucking shitty things as well.
Well,
right?
I think part of it is being a man and the ability of being a man in this world where men are able to get away with a lot more than a woman. Like you said, like if a woman is like, I'm angry, she's a bitch. If a guy is like, I'm angry, he's powerful. So it's just like, it's the system.
No. I think if someone's a woman can be a bitch, a guy can be a fucking arsehole. They're both. I can use those names for each of them. I can call a woman an arsehole. She's being a fucking arsehole.
Yeah, that's true. There are some women who are, but
guys being a bitch. You know what I mean? Like, stop being a fucking bitch. It's like, but I do think I look at the world. I've had bad experiences with bad women.
Yes.
Terrible fucking people. Scumbags.
I am not saying that women are inept from being evil.
Women. And guess what? I still think, despite being a large number of shitty people who happen to be women, I still think the majority of women are good and decent people and morally and ethically point. In the same way I think about men, because I look at them as humans. I have to hope that there are more decent humans in the world than there are shitty humans.
Yeah.
But I think it's popular to just go, most men are scumbags. Come on, most men are scumbags, aren't they?
Yeah,
and that
okay.
causes a young generation of young men who are heavily influenced by what the world thinks of them because they're desperate to prove them their worth.
Yeah.
To go, everyone thinks I'm a piece of shit already because there's a cock hanging between my legs.
Yeah.
What do I do? And I think that's problematic.
Well, I'll agree with you on some points. Is that I feel like, yes, at some point, if you're like, oh, well, you're crap, people are like, I guess, well, I'm crap. But I also feel like you still have the cards stacked favoring one side, right?
Currently, in current social climate?
Currently you do. Like, it is very where they're, like, guys just are able to get away with a lot more versus when a woman is shitty. When a woman is shitty, I feel like it is way worse, and forgiveness does not come as easily as, like, when a man is shitty. And it just feels like that now, that maybe that's not the case, but I feel like men are able to just get away with a lot more of like really bad behavior because of the whole that's locker room talk or that's boys will be boys. No one has that saying about women. No one's like, oh, well, that's just girls being girls. Like, it's always, oh, he's acting shitty because boys will be boys, or this idea of like, oh, your little
the
that
idea
kid
that
in
some
school.
some kind of nature rather than the nurture. There's a nature in us that allows that
Yeah.
makes us go that way or act that way.
Yeah, and like this, we perpetuate this idea, especially with like young kids, is like, oh, if the boy's shitty to you, he likes you.
Oh, he comes
You
up
know
and
what I
pinches
mean?
and punches you on the
Yeah,
arm in the
yeah, and it's
playground. It
just
starts
like-
from childhood. That's true. There's
So
definitely an ingrained ideology that when a man's been a bit off or curt with you or whatever, he's just been. But that's very different to. There's some people. I don't care if someone's just an arse. Like they act like an arse.
Yeah.
I feel like when I say bitch, I'm talking like an evil bitch.
Yeah.
You know, I don't mean like just an arse.
Yeah.
There's plenty of arses on both. I don't know if they're necessarily excused more if they're male. I call people out for being a fucking piece of shit, irrespective of their gender,
and I think
or
that everyone,
sexuality, or the color of their skin, or age, etc., etc., etc.
I think that people should be called out for that shit.
Absolutely.
I just feel like
Certain people are not allowed to be called out for it right now, though.
like what? Oh, you think?
And I
it's
tell you who 100% is
who?
white straight men.
We're not allowed to be called out for
No,
being shitty?
we're called out for everything right now. It's mostly down to our gender, our skin color, and our sexuality.
some of that stuff
it's
is
never like
that's
this guy's an
so much
arsehole
shitty.
because he's a fucking arsehole.
Some of it's shitty, then some of it is like I tend to like to use the term blinders versus privilege
What's that?
because
Okay, explain that to me.
so we're all born into what we're born into. We have no choice as to how we're born, right?
Yeah.
And you're born with
Van
a set.
Halen.
Yeah.
Can't help it. I'm into it.
Yeah, there you go. So we're born with a set of blinders on. So like I grew up in a certain way, so I have the blinders of I know the way that I grew up. So you get to a certain point in your life where you can take those blinders off and see it.
Sure.
And then that also is like, it also promotes that people have the ability to change. And I think that people do have the ability to change.
Yeah.
And people have the ability to be more empathetic. But unfortunately, I don't think it started out this way, but the idea of quote unquote privilege comes with a lot of shame attached to it. And no one reacts positively to shame. You will never shame anyone to being a
Apart
better
from
person.
that chick in Game of Thrones.
What?
Cersei Lannister.
Fucking
she
shame.
came through.
Did she?
She
I
came
stopped
through. When
watching.
she was being shamed, she was walking
Thrones?
breast held high down the street.
I don't want to watch anymore. It just makes me so sad.
Not even her boobs though. They superimposed her head onto a model.
Oh well, good for her.
She kept her. She exploited some other woman's body.
Yeah, no, good for her. No, if I'm gonna
Instead.
have to nude scene, I'm just gonna fucking do a nude scene with my body.
Yeah.
Because that too is like, all right, that's a whole other conversation. But my point of
Well, they'll
all
take
of
care of
it,
those nipple hairs for you in makeup, won't they? So it's like
they have to like do an airbrush on them.
just like a little fucking old lady.
And I'll fucking wait. I'll be like, all right, get to work,
Get
ladies.
to work, ladies.
This is a 2-person
How sexy
job.
is you? Why can't there be men working in the makeup truck?
Oh, because I only want women doing it.
There you go.
The men, they're gonna pluck all the pubes, one by one.
One by one. Wow, that's some kind of next level fucking S&M shit right there.
No, it's just power.
Just pull them out.
I just want to be
Slowly.
a powerful woman.
Slower. Slow. Oh, it hurts so good.
Yeah. Now put this leash on while you're doing it.
I take into account everything you're saying. I think I'm like a lot of men maybe who I would put myself in the same part as, which would be progressive, liberal-minded, left-wing individuals who want to see the world become more equal and are aware there's been a lot of institutionalized problems across the board to do with race, gender, sexuality, etc. But also are on not even aggressively, but acceptably unapologetic for being white, straight, and male. I don't think there's anything wrong with those three things. In the same way, I don't think there's anything wrong with being gay, black, and female. You know what I mean? Don't be apologetic for those things, and don't be defined by the behavior of other people within your own camp.
Yeah.
So I do genuinely believe that there's more decent white straight dudes out there than there are pieces of shit. I don't think you get 100 guys who are white, straight, and male in a room. Yeah. I don't think more than 50 of them are going to be racist or homophobes or, you know what I mean, or misogynists.
Well, that's just, I hope.
Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm hoping for more than is true about the world. But
I mean, kind of what's going on right now in the world is kind of showing me that maybe, I don't know if.
Is it because when I go to marches, I see a huge amount more. Depends on the march, depends what it's for, but I see a huge presence of white straight men. At my neo-Nazi marches. I'm just saying people of color are really letting down the sign. They're not showing up in force. We need some more chicks at the fucking Ku Klux Klan rallies. No, my point is when I go to protests, I see tons of fucking white straight dudes there. Like they're not supporting things.
I think there is too, is that a lot of the movements are, it's that thing of like, well, we're not talking about you, we're talking about the other thing. And there's got to be a better way to differentiate. Which is dumb. That's the most
dumb fucking excuse I've ever heard from any group. For a liberal group to go, we're talking, when we say white straight men, I'm talking about the patriarchy. I'm talking about the people in power. I'm not talking about you, Jeff. Don't get upset. And that's fucking dumb. Because if anyone talked in any way in a generalized term about, well, gay black guys are this. Oh, not you, Marcel. I'm talking about the other gay black guys that are doing
ones in power.
People would be like, get the fuck out of it. You can't generalize like that. You're reinforcing the problem. You don't end racism. You don't end segregation of people by segregating the people that you're professing to try and rise up against. That's ridiculous. Like going, well, white straight men are clearly the problem. So now we all hate white straight men.
I think there is in a lot of the movements that are going on right now, just in my opinion, which might be wrong, is that there isn't a lot of forgiveness built into any of the movements. There's not like a lot of like, well, what do we do with the aftermath? What do we do afterwards? It's just like a lot of like, okay,
that's because
cool.
Liberals are only bothered about something for a space of 1 week to 1 year.
Why do you hate liberals so much?
Because I consider myself liberal.
Yeah.
And then I've seen the way that a lot of people on the left wing of politics are behaving.
Yeah.
And it doesn't align with my democratic outlook of how people should treat each other.
Yeah.
In the same way that I'm a feminist, but I'm in no way, shape or form third wave feminism, which is the most prevalent form of feminism now.
Yeah.
I want to see women politically, economically and socially given the exact same rights and respect and protections that men are given.
Yeah.
Do I think that excuses hating dudes? No, that's called misandry.
But I also feel like
what do you feel?
that you are only hearing the loud voices. The same way that you're only hearing the loudest voices, which the loudest voices of any movement tend to be the most extreme of any movement.
No,
right?
That's not true.
I think so completely.
Oh no, that's a true statement. It's not true that I'm only hearing the loudest voices.
Yeah.
I'm saying it's socially acceptable now to go, aren't men all pigs? And that's an okay statement.
Yeah.
And it's like, nah, get the fuck out of it. Because if a man said anything like that, aren't women just hard work? Boom, you're called up in front of HR, you're branded a fucking misogynist, and
that
someone
women are hard
starts at I'm paraphrasing, obviously, I'm making up a concept. But the idea, if you made any kind of generalized statement about women, like, look, I used the word bitch to describe a girl in my life who was a complete and utter bitch.
Yeah.
I'd prefer to use the word cunt because I think it's more succinct, it's more poignant, and it outlines her kind of behavior even more prevalently. But by calling someone a bitch, rather than just hearing it and going, this guy is talking about this one person from his life who acted like a bitch. You said bitch before in your life, I'm pretty certain. So have any woman who would get offended by that word has used it, and it applies in this word, in this position. But rather than hearing that, it's like he's making a nasty gender-specific comment about women in that.
This is where my question comes from.
Whereas it's okay to go like, men are fucking scumbags.
But this is my question. Is that because this idea of that women are bitches when they are simply standing up for things or have boundaries or whatever it is. Because I mean, how many times I've been called a bitch for just being like, no, I don't want to be treated that way. Fucking,
and you know who called you that?
You.
Fucking assholes. Fucking assholes.
Who's to say that you're not an asshole?
I'm not an arsehole. I would never call you a bitch for standing up for yourself. But if you like acted like a bitch to me, I'd call you a bitch. Does that make sense? If you acted like a dick, I'd go, if you were just being like irritating, I'd be like, whoa, stop being a dick.
What's someone acting like a bitch to you?
Well, bitch has two meanings for me.
Okay.
Predominantly. First one is like bitching out of a situation. So if you're being a bitch, it's just like, it's such like a, I don't know if I really am. And that applies to men and women.
So a flake.
Yeah, you're being, not even a flake. It's just like you're being a bitch. Like, just stop fucking whinging. Stop picking it. And then when it applies to women from my past that I've had an intimate relationship with, it will be, it's the highest, without using the word cunt, it's the highest denoted or intonation, whatever the fuck I'm trying to. It's the best adjective to describe a woman who really deeply fucking hurt me in an evil, morally and ethically off-point manner.
Okay, so someone who hurt you.
I've had a few bitches, like evil bitches in my life. And then I guess with men, I normally call them like a fucking just an evil cunt or an evil dickhead. Yeah. You know.
Well, maybe change the first definition. Because it's
why? Why do I have to change it?
It's a very gender specific.
Nah,
like
not.
If you're shitty, you're a bitch.
No, that's not true. That's not true.
You don't think so?
No.
Why?
No.
Words
have progressed. Just because bitch is a terminology for a female dog, this is where it comes down. We have to look at the etymology of the word. The problem is, here's my overarching feeling about everything we're talking about, because I think we're very on point in lots of ways.
Yes.
And like that's, you know, there's a mutual respect and an admiration of certainly an admiration towards you.
You did say I have a slutty mouth, so
you do, and that's okay.
I mean,
as a comic, as a person, am I not allowed to say that comment without you going, he's saying that because I'm a woman? No, I've met gay guys with really slutty mouths. I've met straight dudes with slutty mouths.
No, I'm just saying, you just in general told another human they have a slutty mouth.
Yeah, I mean, it's because it was hilarious. You watch it back and you go, oh, that was pretty funny at the time. Yeah. But here's my deal: is I think the major problem is that what we're, and this is why I think liberalism in its current state is conflicted and will probably bring about major problems for the democratic left of politics. Is everything is about what's happening this moment, this week, this month, and people will judge history based on what's happening right now, as they should in some ways. It was okay to own slaves for hundreds of years. It was never okay to do it, but it was socially acceptable amongst people in positions of power who were making the laws or whatever. Yeah. So people did it. And obviously now we know that's disgusting and wrong. Does that make sense? But people will look at what's going on this week and now go, well, that has to change everything else. So right now we're going through a period of fragility between the genders in social climate. People are very sensitive to certain buzzwords and keywords. This is a very new concept that now calling someone a bitch, rather than what it has meant for a long time, which is just, you're being a bitch. Doesn't mean you're being a woman acting a certain way. It means you're being a bitch. You're a guy, you're being a bitch. Like it's... Yeah. But it's now people want to change the etymology to what it specifically is being taken as offensive now. Does that make sense? I don't make that sentence made very poor sense.
Let's say yes for the sake of the forwardness of the conversation.
It's never right. It's never right to fuck a kid, right? If you fucked a kid, you're a pedophile. You got some mental illness. You need some help, or you need to be locked up if you're acting upon that. Okay, and those are the things that have to happen. That's how I feel about it, and that will always be the case.
Yes.
When people in the fucking 1600s were marrying 13-year-olds because they came of age and they were ready to have babies, and that's what they did. Yeah. No one was going, you're a fucking pedophile. King George the whatever with his 13-year-old French bride. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yes.
So
times change.
Times change, and we have to change with them. However,
is this one of those times though?
What's going on right now? Ignoring the fact that the fraction of history that people care about, is ignoring what's gone before is a very dangerous idea, and that's why people get offended for a week to a month to maybe a year tops
Yes.
about an issue or a situation, and then they forget about it because we're such a lazy, transigent, the millennial generation do not give a fuck about anything beyond about 2 weeks. That's why Trump is in power. That's why Trump does a lunatic thing.
Yeah.
And people go, oh, I'm so offended. I'm so upset. And then next week he does something new crazy. So they forget about the old thing. They don't continue marching.
I think with Trump, it's a different story. I feel like it's like systematically trying to wear us down.
But it ties into the same thing, right?
But
you get what I'm saying?
But I feel like a lot of this too has to do with the nature of what the internet has done and what Twitter has done.
Fuck yeah.
And which to me, I will hands down say I fucking hate Twitter. I hate all of it.
Everyone I've ever talked to on this podcast, and including myself, I say it quite regularly, even though it's a necessary evil for our career.
I stopped tweeting.
I hate social media.
I only have it now for the sake that I don't want someone else to have my name.
There you go.
That's it.
There you go.
So I stopped tweeting a long time ago. But there is that it is very like, it's very quick on the nose. And I've said this before, like on my own social media, where like a little dumb thing of like, you know, so-and-so said this and so-and-so said that. And I'm just like, guys, this is just distraction to what we actually need to be doing. Can we please just stay on message? But it's like easy. It's fun. It's easy to digest. And, you know, it's like we live in just a very outraged culture and a very like no one wants to listen to anybody kind of culture. And it's kind of a bummer. And I'm going to say
it's kind of a bitch.
It's kind of, you son of a bitch.
There you go. How dare you
son of a bitch.
call my mother a bitch?
Oh, you cunt. She's a cunt. Okay, is that better? So I just like, I feel like for my own sake it bums me out because I feel like that of course. By the way, how many times do you get into these conversations?
Not all the time.
No,
it's interesting. Sometimes, like we talk, like I said, we have a mixture of conversation where sometimes we just talk about random funny shit. People tell stories from their childhood, and we end up going off on a random tangent. Sometimes we get high and we talk about the fucking space and philosophy and what's our purpose. Sometimes people want to come on and talk a bit more politically, and that's okay. I
feel like I just have a very serious tone, and I do this all the time.
That's okay. That's okay. You know what? I was guilty of that as well. I even like reached out to the viewers and the listeners and said, like, I know sometimes I can be a bit fucking serious and heavy on what is
so funny all the time.
But that's it. That's the point. And also, I think there's humor in this. There's by talking it through. As a concept, I understand a little bit more. But
I also think it's interesting. I think that there's so many feelings and thoughts. Is that everything you're saying is a very true thing, and I just think behind it though is this idea of like the power structures which are important.
I wish I was an indication of what people think the power structure is about white straight men.
But you're not an average.
100% don't get followed around stores.
You're actually a goth girl, if anything.
I am a goth girl. I'm a 12-year-old fucking 30 Seconds to Mars fan. I 100% don't get followed around stores. I have certain privileges I'm very aware of and very grateful for and try to make amends for in the ways that, you know, I would always stand up for other people if I think they're getting treated differently because of the color of their skin or their gender or their age or their religion or whatever it is. I'm very vocal about standing up for people's rights to be treated equally. That's how I don't act like a bitch or an asshole or a cunt. Does that make sense?
Yes.
However, I'm not living in this lap of luxury where shit's given to me. In fact, in this industry, even more so.
Yeah.
Right now, terrible time to be what I aesthetically represent. If I was a chick, I'd be getting more work. If I was a black guy, I'd be getting more work.
I don't think that's true.
Oh, it's 100% true. And you know what? Because you won't say it,
what?
But fucking Derek Gaines will come on my podcast and say it. And he'll go, you know what? Great time to be a black comic. I'm going to be honest with you. I am getting booked for so much shit right now that they never would have looked me before because they got to get another black face on it.
Yeah,
and
but
he makes the point. That's honest.
Of,
the diversification is very, very much down on...
I'm kind of okay with it, but also I just feel like there's going to be
Of course you're okay with it because you're a lady.
But I'm not getting booked either, so
wow,
don't worry
you're
about
too
it.
white.
I'm too white.
You got to push that Jewish card.
You got
to push the
Judaism. I got to come in
Judaism.
with a yarmulke.
If you were bat mitzvahed...
Maybe that's it.
The work you be getting so far, it's because they know you're a bad Jew.
Don't they know how many crystals I own? Why don't they understand that I'm in this?
You're in it. You're into it.
I just, I agree. I think I agree with you more than you think that I do. In that I get frustrated with my own, because I do think of myself as more third wave, but I also get frustrated when people get A, distracted, and B, get really victim-y.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, like I don't like outrage. Outrage is a really stupid and awful emotion that nothing.
A
but it feels so
reactionary
good.
thing is not necessarily that great.
I just feel like not everyone should have a voice, and we should blow up Twitter.
Well, that's true. I liked it when you had to have done something to prove that you have the oration skills and the eloquence to fucking beat.
Right.
Or at least you worked hard enough and got famous enough that people go, all right, now you can say some shit.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, not just you know what? YouTubers don't need a voice.
Not all of them. Some of them are very bright individuals.
Some of them are, and some of them, go to the suicide.
Logan Paul. No one gives a fuck about Logan Paul anymore. That guy's done. All right. So did we rectify everything? Have we sorted it out?
I mean, I think there's nothing really to not sort out. I think we both agree mostly on most things. It's just I think that But
we're also seeing it from two sides of the same coin.
Yeah, I'm just a different shade of purple.
Also, here's the thing. When it comes to certainly genders, I'm aware that if I talk to, which I have done, lots of exes and ex-lovers and girlfriends and whatever, and just female friends.
Okay, get it. You have lots, okay?
No, right now. I've been dry for like 5 weeks. But I mean, what I'm saying
5 weeks?
Yeah, that's a long time to not... But I'm promiscuous. So like the idea of not fucking for 5 weeks is very upsetting.
I'm so sorry.
Well,
how's your poor little wiener doing it?
Turn up here with your whore mouth smiling at me like that, then I wouldn't have to think about it. Thanks,
I'll send my mouth.
Zigrino. Yeah,
I'm not gonna be there, but I'll send my lips.
Just send me some videos of your mouth just doing weird shit. Coughing. Just.
No, can it just be me being like, call back. You gotta call back.
Yeah, there you
just
go.
like saying nice things about your career.
I love it. Yeah, you got a call back. Yeah. You're definitely better than Henry Cavill. Don't worry. I know someone else got the job, but you really deserved it.
We loved your work.
Oh my god, that's gonna be
so good. What? Don't look at me like that.
Don't stop.
What? You want to just? Oh my god, your acting was so brave. You made such good choices.
You know what's weird? This is everything I wanted my parents to say to me in the voice I never wanted my parents to say it to me in. I'm so conflicted. So conflicted because inside my heart's growing and swelling somewhat. Downstairs, I'm also swelling.
You know you're worth it, right?
God, I am worth it. Why would they never?
No, you're worth.
When's Hollywood going to know my worth? I've been here a year. Surely I should have a Hollywood career already. Surely.
Well, a year I did have a movie. Anyways, what was I saying?
Did you have a movie within a year of joining the industry?
Yeah, within a year moving here.
Wow, that's fucking good.
Yeah, but this has been a really bad year.
This year has.
Ebbs and flows,
Isn't
baby.
it funny though? You know what?
We're ebbing, we're flowing.
There's a podcast called the Adam Buxton Podcast, right?
Yeah.
And he's a comedian from England who had quite cult status with a few shows.
Yeah.
I love him. He's a very sweet guy. He's the antithesis of me. He's very like politically correct and sweet and lovely and could I just possibly? But a very funny, very intelligent man. Mm-hmm. He's had like Charlie Brooker, Black Mirror writer and creator, and he's had what's his name? All these famous people, Edgar Wright, director and writer, all these people who are making Hollywood shit, Hollywood shit. And it was so interesting to listen to a lot of the episodes because people who I've perceived to be immensely successful and talented and have always clearly just shit's happening for them and they're doing big things and they're changing the face of our fucking creative industry. Hearing them talk about how shitty periods were, things that I think, oh god, I'm struggling against it. They had exactly the same thing, and then just one thing to go off. So when I hear you go, it's not been the greatest year, it's interesting to me because I perceive your career being really successful the last year.
Yes. Well, I feel like a lot of people
social
have.
Media lies, right? That's what we all do.
Everyone's been like, "Oh, you're traveling so much, Jenny. You're killing it. You're doing well."
But
I'm like, "Oh, I called a crisis hotline when I was in Alabama."
Really?
So yeah, like on the road, I get so fucking lonely. And like, I would this year, I would have taken half the money to be home and be doing things like creatively that fed my soul. Not that I don't love what I was doing, and I feel like I'm telling the universe bad things. I'm very grateful for what I had. And it was a good year to know what being a road dog was. And now I'm like, cool, I never want to do that again. I never want to be a road dog.
Really?
It's so depressing. It's very lonely.
I used to drive for hours and hours to shows, and then we get out, you get out there. I remember I used to, if it was 3 or 4 hours drive away, I'd always drive to the show and then just drive back afterwards and get in at like 1, 2 in the morning. But I'd always buy a bottle of red wine. as I left the show. I'd go to a petrol station, garage, garage, and then I like fucking fill up, boom, get a little snacks, maybe some little maybe some cheese slices.
Yeah.
Cheese
Are you
slices
can admit to drinking and driving?
Oh yeah. I used to drink and drive a lot.
Okay,
and so I'd
cool.
buy like at least a bottle of red wine, and I'd open it, and I'd drive home and just drink the bottle of wine on the way home. I should have died or killed other people.
So bad.
Oh no!
Why do you feel like you did that?
Because I was desperately depressed and lonely.
Do you feel like
And I wanted to... Everyone else... I just been in a room making everyone else have a great time. People think comedy is such a joyous job.
Yeah.
When I'm on stage, it's the most happy and most comfortable I ever feel. I feel so alive. I feel so happy.
Because you have flow. You have flow of everything. And whether or not you believe of God or whatever, but you have the flow of universe.
Maybe that is God for me. Maybe that is God for me.
Divinity, like, the Greeks
I'm
talk
not saying...
about... but the Greeks talk about the muses and all these things. And, like, those things exist. And they flow through you when you're on stage.
You think we're like fucking Moses reading the tablets out?
I don't think we're Moses, but I feel like
maybe he was the first stand-up comedian.
I feel like we just need to...
He come down with these tablets like, okay, you heard this one? God said to me, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's oxen.
I'm
looking at you, Steve. Right? We know he likes sheep at least. Oh, Stevie, come on.
Moses. But I feel like people can always connect to that other vibration. But then I also feel like when you connect to it and then you're done, it drains you and it's very exhausting.
Well, you realize how shitty normal life is.
Yeah.
That's the worst bit. Going like, I just did this thing that made me feel alive and incredible and I was connected to these people. And now I have to sit on my own in a
4 hours.
fucking car in a Renault Clio from my grandmother. That's about 50 years old. And drive home 3 hours.
Even listen to your podcast.
I can't even get this car up to 70 or 80 on a motorway. I got to go at fucking 65, cruising, listening to my tape deck. I've got Portishead and that's it, and I'm super fucking depressed. Let me get a bottle of red wine.
Loves me. It's true.
The number of times I've cried driving home with fucking snot from my nose.
Yeah, so I'm cool with not doing that.
So you love being on the road.
I will say though, you want to talk about promiscuous? Ooh, I've had some really good adventures.
Really? What?
On
just
the road?
Fucks in random places?
Yeah, like recently in New Orleans, I had 2 fun ones. One was like this pro tennis player.
Oh, nice.
Who
they were at the show, or people you met just randomly?
On Tinder, just met him on Tinder. And then the second guy was like this very like Southern boy, showed up on his motorcycle and was just like really lovely and like stayed and we hugged and like we cuddled and it was great. And then on the way to breakfast, he's like, oh, I got to get my bag. My gun's in there. And I'm just like, oh, what? There was a gun here the whole time?
Yeah.
Like...
To be honest, did that make you get a little wet?
No.
You're not into that?
It's scary.
It's kind of fun, though, isn't it?
It's a little scary.
You have a shotgun?
Have I ever shot a gun? No, but I'm going shooting.
It's super fun.
I'm going shooting with my friend who is he owns over 40 guns, and they're all World War II guns.
Insane.
He's not insane.
He's a prepper. He's a survivalist.
They're all World War II guns and like 1890s, and like he's a gun collector of historic rifles.
Yeah, okay.
I wouldn't call him a gun nut, no. Well, yeah, I'd call him a gun nut, but I wouldn't call him a crazy person.
Yeah.
I'd call him, he enjoys collecting firearms.
I wouldn't call him that either because he owns 40 guns. Hey, what's up, crazy?
Yeah. What if you own 40 guns, but they're all 18th century replica model guns?
Then you're too wealthy.
Really?
If you can buy all these ancient
they're not that
replica,
expensive.
Really? For old guns from World War II? Oh, replica. Yeah, okay.
Oh, World War II guns, I think, are easier to come by. But if you had like a Brown Bess?
I don't know what that is.
Brown Bess is a blunder's rifle.
It sounds like a blunderbuss, like a big open blunderbuss.
What's a blunderbuss?
It's like open like a horn, like the trumpet horn.
Oh, those old funny ones? Where the bullet goes like...
Let the pheasants free! A boom! One of those, yeah. And your balls vibrate when you shoot it.
Well, look, with the old guns is they just shot so poorly, you could probably survive.
One-shot musket. And you said you like to do reenactments as well, historical reenactments.
I love historical reenactments.
Who do you dress up as?
I used to do 18th century colonial reenacting in Boston.
But who would you be?
I was John Singleton Copley's wife. John Singleton Copley was a painter.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's fine.
I bet he was a lot of use in that Civil War, wasn't he?
The Civil War? Oh, that's so cute. You called it that.
It was a Civil War, wasn't it?
What, the American Revolution?
Civil War.
No, it's 18th century.
Oh, 18th century, sorry.
Oh, my God.
I thought you were talking about, like, Founding Fathers shit.
Yeah, that's the 18th century.
When's the Civil War here? When you
Civil
kick out
War
the
was-
redcoats? When do you kick out the redcoats?
That was the 18th century.
That's a civil war.
Yeah, for you it was a civil war. For us, it was freedom. There was freedom for us.
What were
From
you getting
our
freedom
British
from?
oppressors.
No, because you were still part of the oppressors.
No, I know. In my tours, I used to tell people it was a civil war. And then I had someone walk off my tour and be like, how dare you tell these lies that you're telling people?
Fucking limey blood. That's what it is.
My
It's got a bit of
God.
limey blood.
Me or them?
You might have.
No, I don't think so.
Historical
I have
reenactments,
French blood.
how far does it go? Like, do you do voices the whole time? Do you have to do accents?
No.
Well, there
That's
was that
annoying.
there was that sort of Midwestern weird colonial accent, wasn't there?
In
Are there now, see, the forefathers that be seeing
the
this
Boston
now?
accent?
Well, no, it's not like that. It's more like a weird kind of posh, could be some strange
is
kind.
that from?
Once 47 years ago. Man,
What is that? Do you know that our language is based off the Connecticut accent?
what's the Connecticut accent?
That's
This is
the
what
American
history.
English is
No,
based
you know what
off the Connecticut accent.
You know what the American accent was?
What?
Hunter, yeah. It
You're
was
such a monster.
It was Native American. That's the only language that existed
Our
here.
English is based off the Connecticut accent. Google that shit.
No,
Look it up.
It's probably based off some bloke from fucking Liverpool who moved out to Connecticut.
All of the dictionary phonetically is done as a Connecticut, but I will tell you this.
Do you know what
that
I'm saying,
Paul
though?
Revere, yes, I know. They were all trash, okay? They were all your fucking Calvinist Puritan trash that showed up because you were like,
people who believed
you
in
were like, get the fuck
capitalism,
out of here.
which is a broken,
Yeah, no, they
a
loved
broken
it.
formula.
I know the Puritans were fucking terrible.
and then the puritanical fucking religious zealots who
What was it?
thought that England was way
King
too
Charles
lenient.
was like, ugh, guys, can you leave? But
Yeah.
like send us money. And they were like, sure, sounds great.
Yeah.
Bye. And then they left and then they just persecuted everybody else.
Yeah.
And then, so now we have the really weird, fucked up, puritanical
So technically,
America.
because my heritage is actually Brits who stayed in England.
From
and
when?
Way back. And also my mum's Romanian, I'm half Macedonian, I'm Middle Eastern, like the
Oh.
Illyrians.
Yeah.
So actually, I'm not remotely related in any way, shape or form to the people who went to America, slave ownership, murdering and lynching, fucking burning witches. All of those people are not remotely related to me. So actually, everything bad about this country is 100% your relatives. And
It's not my relatives.
Not remotely mine.
It's not, I'm not this. Okay, let's
Is that
start.
fair? That's fair, though.
That's not to say, no, because my family, first of all, we're Jews. We're Russian Jews, which were in Poland, which actually probably came from the same area as yours.
Bit of money came out here for
Oh
the
my
money,
God,
right?
you're
Come
a
on.
monster.
Came out for the money, right? Russian Jews? Come
Russian
on, you
Jew.
came out for the money, right?
My mom came here with $100.
Yeah. How much you got now?
Probably less. I just gave her a loan.
You just gave your mum a loan?
I did.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
That is
you're
a bad
an
year.
asshole.
I'm not an asshole. I
You're
didn't
an
fucking...
asshole.
I didn't cause your mum's overspending.
Fuck you. And then so my dad is just like Italian. He's from Italy, like Rome, just like, crap people who made leather. Zigrino is an Italian leather.
Right, so both
it's
of those-
shark leather. So that's
you're
where I
not
get my name
You're
from.
not related to those people either. You came over as
No.
immigrants. All right, so you're
Yeah.
immigrants. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm immigrant, okay?
Well, then you should be like me. I'm literally an immigrant in this country. We should be on the same team.
But I'm not on the
I
opposite
mean, you kind of
side
hate
of
you kind of hate limeys a little bit.
I hate what?
Limeys a little bit.
No, I love limeys.
Redcoats.
Oh my, I was a redcoat.
You weren't anything.
And when I did the reenacting,
Your family
I was
came
a
here
rebel.
after the Civil War.
Yeah, but I was a rebel.
freedom, or
Or
whatever you
I
wanna
was,
call it.
I know, I was, and when I did reenacting, I always play the redcoat. I always play the loyalist.
Okay.
So fuck you. Okay? Stop making your judgments on me, all right? I know things. Stop looking at my lips, you fucking creep.
I'm just getting I'm getting more and more aroused. I'm not.
Do you just, are you one of those people you want someone to like call you on the phone and then like insult you?
No.
Yeah, that's not your thing?
I don't like, no,
That's your kink?
that's my life. I don't want that to be my life anymore. I hate it. It's really miserable. I'd like people to call me
I
up
would
and
do
be
that
like,
for
hey, I
money.
really miss you. How have you been, dude? And I'd be like, well, nice of you to ask.
Do you want me to call you and just be like, I think you're really great. I think you're
No. If I wanted that,
100%
I'd join
good.
Scientology.
Why? I'll just do it for like a
That's what they
nominal
do, though,
fee.
right? They do that positive affirmation thing where they break you down, then they just tell you how brilliant you are.
Oh, but I won't break you down. The world will do that for you.
It's already done it.
I'll just be there to make you feel better.
I'm a broken man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just do this podcast so I have company.
Just,
3
you know
times
what?
a
I'll
week.
come over. You just make me tea, and I'll just be like, you know what?
This is
Your
it.
hair looks really shiny today.
I'm going to tell loads of people like, oh, I hung out with 3 friends this week. Lies. It's 3 comedians who came for an hour and then left. I feel like we put the world to rights. It's definitely a civil war, but very sweet of you to think otherwise. Freedom has not been achieved. Is there a civil war now? There's no freedom in this country. It's not a country either. It's a big corporate building.
Yeah,
and it gives no fucks
that's how we
about
started,
anyone.
and that's what's going to happen.
Oh, it's crazy, isn't it?
Look, you and I agree. You agree. Wait, first of all, you and I agree on way more things than you think we don't agree on. And I broke your cup.
I don't think we disagree on stuff.
I don't think we do either.
I like us presenting slightly different viewpoints so we can have a little debate about it and crack some jokes. Most men are trash. You think most men are trash still? Most. All right, can I get... if most men...
No, you know what? I already got yelled at on a different podcast because I said
Can most men please contact Jenny and just show how delightful you are? Let her know that you're thinking of her and that she's a wonderful woman, because she is. Where are you performing? What's coming up? What can people catch you on?
When is this coming out?
Today.
Oh, tomorrow I'll be at the West Side Comedy Theater, and then in December...
Which is in Santa Monica.
It's
actually one of my favorite comedy venues in LA.
I love it. It's
beautiful.
So good.
Run by comics for comics.
Yes.
And you can feel that when you go
there.
There
are a lot of good venues that are run by comics.
So that's tomorrow, the 13th of November.
Yes. And then in December, I'll be at Crackers in Indianapolis.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So
I got some listeners in Indianapolis.
Come see me there. Your listeners probably are like, ugh.
No, get some tickets. Go and see her. She's very, very funny on stage.
I'm really funny.
Off stage, but I'm
fun.
I'm joking.
I'm a fun gal.
Shit, you do need the validation as much as me, don't you? I'm teasing. You're very fun on and off stage. You're a very sweet person.
We're here for the same reason.
I know. For you to shout at me. And what about TV? Anything coming up on screen so or they can catch you in Bad Santa 2? What was the other movie?
Big pools of
What's the
beautiful?
Oh, you were watching a clip of Brian Moses last show. He told me I had blind. Wait, what was? How do you describe my blue eyes? He said you have burning blue eyes.
No, you don't. They're fine. They're not burning.
That was my favorite part of the last podcast.
They're cute.
Brian Moses made me feel like a really special boy. And
what am I don't have anything coming up right now. I'm working.
But you're still in those movies. So what movies do they catch you in? Bad Santa 2.
Bad Santa 2, 50 Shades of Black. And then you can watch my thing, Badass Bitches of History.
There you go. Find that online.
Which is online. And right now I'm just working on writing. Central. It was on Comedy Central.
There you go. That's dope.
Yeah. So it's what this year is the planting the seeds.
New year, new me.
Yeah.
You're gonna wait until December 30th, and you're gonna hit up some dude online and be like, "Hey, what's up?
I'm gonna hit up Vagina Guy. I want to be his vagina girl.
Lady? What's up, penis man?" Hit him back on December 30th.
I promise I won't sue you.
Make him wait a whole year from his initial message, and then message him on December 30th and went, "All right, penis man, let's do this.
Let's do it. Fly out. Get out here.
Fly out here."
Ugh, God. I'm hoping I'll have a penis man.
If I see you at the beginning of the new year at a show and there's just this sweet-looking fucking 100-pound emaciated little Indian boy just fucking standing in the wings, looking with affection and love on you or at you as you're on stage, I'm gonna know that you finally went through with it.
Well, you know what? His dick would be so big that he'd probably just fall over. So that's why I would keep him around.
How'd you know that?
Because the short ones always have the big dicks.
That's a fucking lie.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, ladies, if you're listening, it's
Why
always
are you making all these terrible generalizations?
Quiet. It's the quiet ones. It's the nerdy ones. It's the ones that you never would assume. They always have the best dicks. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm 100% going to categorically disagree with you because I'm neither small, quiet, or
Well, then you
shy.
have a terrible dick.
No, it's the only redeeming feature I have. The only one.
It's like Alabaster Stone.
You're never going to know. You're never going to know. It's not going to happen.
I don't know. Maybe if I keep showering you enough compliments.
No, I keep setting up these fake profiles, messaging you on fucking Facebook, hoping one day you'll fucking take the bait.
All right, Manitoba
Deep
Pack.
Pack.
What the fuck his name was?
Listen, lady vagina. It was a real pleasure to talk to you.
I had a lot of fun.
Thanks for coming on and debating the world with me. If you want to check her out, make sure you head on to Instagram, Twitter,
Zigrino.
Jenny Zigrino on both of those. Website for live shows and
JennyZigrino.com.
Jenny Zigrino, that's Zigrino. So make sure you give it. And Jenny with Jenny.
Yeah, we're going to hang out in a year.
And then let's hang out in a year.
Yeah.
I'll see you in a year.
See you in a year.
Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.